Toodles, AMB. Thanks for joining us today. What? Ah, okay. Alright everybody, returning to Rewind after 4 years of absence, give it up for PatMac!
Hey everyone, I hope you're all enjoying this special anniversary Rewind. Even though I haven't really been active online, at all this year, sorry about that, I of course am still keeping up with all of the Sonic news, like the release of a Funko Pop Chow plush. Are we excited? I figured as this is a look-back type project, this would be a fun opportunity to rewind and recap some of the year's biggest plush releases. Of course, one of the reasons this year has been so eventful is because there's a new movie coming out. And let's talk about that. All of the toys coming out for it are really cool, but I'll never forget the 2024 media blackout of Sonic the Hedgehog 3 that occurred in the summer. Remember when Jax's Sonic 3 toys started showing up at Walmarts, but none of them could be purchased? I personally found the 8-inch plushes first at Walmart out of anything, and when I found them, I took the Sonic and Shadow up to self-checkout. I had seen people were getting denied buying them, so I knew I likely couldn't check them out, but hey, some people have them. Surely not everyone is ringing up the Jade Wisp plush and then running out with the movie stuff, right? No one watching this did that, right? I rang up the Sonic, and it gave an error, of course. An employee walked over and was puzzled, like, it's just a toy, can you scan it again, maybe? I did, and nope, another error. So they then called over the manager of the store, and he looked into it and said, oh, this says they've been recalled. Huh, Movie Shadow was in my hands before the trailer came out, and they took him from me. So what happened here? The trailer ended up releasing in August, about a month after these toys started showing up in stores. Merchandise for something like a movie needs to be ready way in advance. Did they just ship them too early? Oh no, we've sent the Movie Shadow toys way too early, but there's nothing we can do. They're already on the trucks. Eventually, the restriction was lifted, though it was lifted before the trailer even came out, so why did any of this even happen? It did make for a very fun, interesting situation, and it probably helped drum up hype for all of the toys. I ended up buying the 8-inch Sonic at another Walmart the day those restrictions were lifted. But only Sonic was at that store. I guess the others had either been purchased or thrown into the recalled abyss. A few weeks later, I went back to that initial Walmart, and nothing for the movie was there. But then as I was walking to another section, I saw an employee carrying the plushes. Here's the funny thing, they had them out in a replacement box. The day that I was denied getting the Sonic and Shadow, I might have still taken the plush display box because, there's no barcode on that. You can definitely just walk out with it. Sorry, Walmart employees, you had to find a random discarded box to put them in. I'm sorry. But in any case, one of the Sonics had this label stapled onto its tag indicating that it was recalled. I don't know why they still put it out on the floor like this, but one of the Shadows also had a staple on its tag. Those were definitely the ones I held the first day. So in the end, I was reunited with Movie Shadow, and all was well. So after all of that happened, we did eventually get the Sonic 3 trailer. I remember watching the trailer on my phone in a bagel shop that morning, and it was so great finally seeing it. But that wasn't all, because after that trailer was released, Sine, yes, that Sine, tweeted this. Sine Sonic is actually returning. Then at the end of September, the 2024 All-Star Collection Sine Sonic plushes were revealed in full. I was surprised how different they look compared to the 2012 ones. Those ones have so much demand now, and Sonic looks the same now as he did in 2012, so there wasn't really much of a reason to change them. But no, they're all pretty different, and I do like that. The 2007 and 2012 sets also look very different from each other, so it's cool to have a third style of Sine Sonic. I just hope they're produced for longer than the 2012 ones. Compared to now, Sonic was relatively unpopular when those were made, especially in Japan. Things are different now though. Maybe in the future we'll finally see more than just the main 5 characters. If you want to see that, definitely pick these up. Oh, and of course, probably the biggest news of the year besides the Funko Pop Chow plush, GE announced they're committed to making Deadly 6 plushes. Announcing Master Zik and Zamam first must mean they're making all of them, right? You wouldn't just make the 2 arguably least popular ones. I'm not sure these are going to sell very well, but it's really funny they exist. But I really hope we see some more relevant characters in the near future. Like they have to make Maria and Gerald, right? They're in both Shadow Generations and the movie. This is the time to make them. Maybe they could make some more Chow too. They'll be recognizable after being in the movie. Now is the time for a Chakron plush. Super Silver, on the other hand, was a really good choice of a plush to make. Super Shadow came out such a long time ago. It was really great having that trio completed. And also, we are finally seeing new merchandise of Sonic wearing soap shoes. It should be entirely possible for a company like GE to make a new soap shoe Sonic plush. Or I guess it would be a grind shoes Sonic plush as it's known in recent games. But we'll see what happens in the future. Sonic is way more popular now than the series was 5 years ago, which is why nowadays we see so many releases in so many countries. With this great momentum, let's hope next year has even more awesome releases. And here's to another 5 years of this community as well.